Let me go to Kathy in Massachusetts, which is having a great time with that universal health care from Mitt Romney, a Republican. Hi, Kathy. Go ahead.
Hi, Kath. Yeah, that's right, Glenn. I think you better pick your head up and put it back on your shoulders because it's rolling all over the ground right now.
Yes.
We've got people out there that are really sick that do need health care.
Oh,
and
my
when
goodness.
people like you turn around and subject people to this kind of rhetoric that don't have insurance because they can't afford it and they've been laid off.
I know.
Where do they get it?
Where do they get it?
You know, your family, let me tell you something, Glenn.
Yes.
Obviously, nobody in your family has had an illness that they couldn't
My
get
family
treated
has
for.
never, ever had an illness. You're right. And anybody, you know what, Kathy, you are so right. No. That they couldn't pay for? Let me just tell you something. You are right. I read in the story all the time about the people who are dying on the streets because they can't go to a hospital and get health care. You're exactly right. We are letting people die left and right in this country.
Can't afford anymore.
Oh, we can't afford anymore. So you must, of course, be.
They're going broke.
Oh, they can't afford it. Right, you're right, and that's why the country can afford it. The country can afford it. Don't worry about that going broke. Don't worry about that.
Industrial country in this world that doesn't have health care. What the hell is wrong with you?
And we are the only country in the world where leaders come from every other country to get health care when they can't get the right kind of health care in their own country. We have presidents, we have prime ministers, we have speakers of the parliament in Australia that can't get the prostate treatments and have to come to this country to get it. So you're right. You're right. We should adapt all of those things. And Canada has a great health care. That's why people are suing. That's why in Canada they have a lottery. They have a lottery system. Who gets to go see a doctor this month in Canada? Go ahead.
How about the Netherlands, Glenn?
How about the Netherlands?
Yeah, how about France and Italy where you just go in and sign a paper?
You're right.
And the doctors don't have to fight with the insurance companies.
Tell me, Kathy, about the insurance program that they do have in France. Tell me about it.
There are people that go over there and they are on vacation. If they have a problem, all they have to do is walk into the clinics or the hospitals and sign their name. The doctors do not have to be bothered signing insurance forms.
So in other words, a person. Hang on, I want to make sure I understand. So a non-citizen can go over to a hospital and walk in and get emergency treatment. That never happens here.
I'm asking you a logical question. And
I'm giving you a logical answer.
You don't have logic.
You're right.
Where's your logic? What would you do? I'm asking you, what would you do to change this health care system for the better? After all, every time you people bring up cost, you don't care about the trillions of dollars to bail out the banks and all the credit card companies.
Kathy, get off my phone! Get off my phone, you little pinhead! I don't care. You people don't care about the trillions. Get off my phone! I'm going to lose my mind today.
Never listen to this show. She's never
listened to the show, and she's from Massachusetts. Pat, tell me what's happening in Massachusetts today.
Oh, disaster.
Tell me, you know? Tell me about health care. Yeah. Who knows? Who knows?
Oh, yes. Tens of thousands of legal immigrants.
Legal, not illegal.
Legal immigrants are being dropped from the healthcare system.
Permanent citizens.
Because, as far as I know, what we understood was it is people here on like student visas. It's here on work permits. All of those, they're legal in the country.
Legally here.
Immigrated here, and they're being dropped from the rolls because Massachusetts can't afford it.
Can't afford it in their universal program.
Yep. Can't afford it.
Legal immigrants are being dropped.
But you don't care, Glenn, about anybody spending $1 trillion.
They don't understand it can't be done.
And also, that's a person that has never listened to the radio show, has never watched the television show, because all we do is complain about bailouts. And I can tell you specifically, the story she told about walking into a clinic in France when you're on vacation is almost word for word directly out of Sicko by Michael Moore.
And let me just point this out. When I asked her about the health insurance in France, She went immediately to the government health insurance. Have to look up the exact stat here, but I believe there. Do you have it, Stu? Do you know where I'm going?
Yes.
Is this from Argument?
Yeah.
We have a new book coming out in September, and I'll tell you about it, but it's Argument Against the Idiots, and it is the best book we've ever done. Would you disagree with that?
Yeah, well, I haven't read the entire thing, but what I've read, I love.
Oh, I think it's the best book we've ever done, and I'll get into it later. But it has these arguments, the idiots like this woman, and we took all of the arguments and we answered them with all of the facts and logic that she doesn't think we have.